My doctor then just upped the dose and upped the dose and upped the dose. That's when it all sort of went slightly wrong. Well, actually that's the understatement of the year. It didn't go slightly wrong, it went horribly wrong, because then that made what I was going through actually worse. I don't know about you, but if you've ever been given antibiotics or a nasal spray, you don't go, actually, well, what could this do to the rest of my body? I now read everything, because although my GP did say, you know, these can actually become, you can get used to them, so we don't recommend that you take them for too long. That wasn't the case right from day one, and by the time that was made clear, it was too late. You do tend to keep it a secret. It's like an awful secret, because you just feel that you shouldn't be in that position. You feel weak, you feel that you should be more in control of your life. You feel upset that you've actually got to this point. You feel ashamed. It's just so great when you feel so stressed to have something that's going to actually take that edge off, so you can actually calm down, relax, and then think logically again. Oh, that's how you think you're thinking. It took me, I think, a period of just under 2 years to come off them in a staged way and a sensible way, so that it didn't affect my health. It didn't make me have any awful side effects either.
And are you taking anything now?
Very occasionally, might have a couple of milligrams if I'm having a particularly stressful time.
The main tablets that people be taking would be diazepam stroke Valium. Also we have people on what we call the Z drugs, which is Zopiclone. So basically be drugs that are prescribed for anxiety or sleep problems. The vast majority of people we see here aren't using them illicitly, they're taking them as prescribed and doing exactly what the doctor ordered, and unfortunately they still start to develop a problem. The withdrawals that I've witnessed and that people have explained to me do sound very intense and, quite honestly, nightmarish for a lot of people. They describe things like overwhelming fear, absolutely scared of everything, not able to go out, stomach problems, perceptual problems. People say that it feels like the floor's coming up, they feel like they're walking on cotton wool. We hear all the time from people that they weren't fully warned about the dependency potential of this compound that they were taking. In fact, they really had no idea, you know, just how severe the withdrawals could be. In the last 5 years, where these drugs have been readily available on the internet to buy, we have seen a large increase in a kind of younger group of people who are using them in maybe, you know, in this illicit way.
Really is quite startling, really, when you think that if you take together the opiate painkillers, the tranquilizers, the antidepressants, you're looking at a level of 100 million prescriptions being written in the UK every year. The percentage increases in prescribing in recent years is in the hundreds, you know, 400 or 500% increases in prescribing. I mean, have we got more pain? You know, are we more depressed than we were? Because these drugs are so readily available online and over the counter, that people become dependent on these drugs and take a different, they don't regard themselves as drug addicts or drug users. These are, you know, medicines and tablets and pills that they've bought. It becomes almost the acceptable face of addiction. The other dimension to this, particularly in some parts of the country like Scotland, is where you actually have what you might call kind of Breaking Bad type drug labs that are making benzodiazepines. However you want to define it, there is a substantial public health problem here which we feel, which the charities and various organisations feel just isn't being addressed.